Thought I'd do a video of the engine before it goes in the car. It's a 2JZ GE VVTi from an IS300 and fully built top and bottom. We've gone for 264 272 cams, and it's got springs and retainers and head's been ported and all that jazz. So the bottom end's got CP Pistons and Spool Rods, and I didn't go the main cap route. I think that was still enough power. We're sort of chasing 800 crank at best, which will probably be the the worst case scenario, I suppose, or the most needed. But yeah, looking for about a 450 kilowatt on the street, which is 650 horsepower around town. So yeah, that should be good. We've gone with a water to air intercooler because I'm looking at testing this out for potentially putting it on a boat, similar system, similar build. And we've got extra injectors to make sure that it's doubly cool. So we have tested this in the workshop and found these to be quite useful. Going straight into the turbocharger makes quite a lot of difference, but we'll see if it actually makes any difference going into the cooling intake. So we've got a 8374 Borg Warner, and it's the same size as a 9180, which I've also got as well. So I thought I'd try the small one first and see if I'm happy with the response. It's a huge turbo anyway, with a 105 rear, and we've gone with oil and, sorry, that's the drain. It's a real pain to get that to work, but we had to make something. And then we've gone with the water cooling as well, and definitely a good idea to do water cooling. So we've blocked off this side, and you can just fill it, because it's just basically a chamber, so you can definitely put them both on the same side. And we've used the water from the throttle. Usually cools down the throttle, stock throttle, when it goes in here. And yeah, so I'll show you the water line on this side. It's under here. So you've got your regular coolant sensor, and then we've used the port next to it. So it normally gets blocked up, and then there's like a water line that goes around the engine. So we've deleted that and just gone with the one. And we've got an oil sandwich plate, so we can have a remote cooling. And you've got your turbo line, and we've got a sensor for temperature and pressure. So we're going to be moving that onto the body when we get it in the car, because yeah, vibration and stuff kills them. Yeah, we used the stock intake, just extended it, because it's getting really hard to get GT intakes now in Australia. And stock fuel rail. Went with 1500cc injectors. I think we did the math and worked out you needed 1150s with E85 for the power we're chasing. So yeah, it's good to have a little bit of overhead. I was going to go with 1200s, but when you're getting up there, it's so easy to add more, and then you want more power, or if I want to put the 9180 on it. So yeah, 1500s is where we went. And we've gone for a deadhead system. So there's nothing in this port here. Just the way that it worked out, we did plan to have it as a feed and return. This is done in most cars these days, and new cars anyway, so doesn't heat the fuel up or anything silly like that. Don't think about that. Yeah, so you've got extra injectors obviously, and then there's a sensor and return and the feed. So yeah, it's all going into one. Makes it easy to get off. I mean, we'll probably end up changing the rail later on, and the core packs. They're stock core packs, but they're still good for quite a bit of power. Yeah, so I've gone with a 3.5 inch dump. So this is about the limit of what you can get in a right-hand drive car. So yeah, that's probably the constraint there. The turbo puts out a 3 inch anyway, so it's still bigger, and that shouldn't give us too many problems with choking. So I'm going to keep the air conditioner and the power steering, and we've gone with a New Balancer, of course, and a 3UZ alternator. So I think they're good for about 140 amps. yeah, so that's sort of show you what we've been working on for the last 3 years or something. Yeah, so hopefully get it up and running soon.